On the plains of Africa, a killer is terrorizing a helpless people. Home to 10% of the world's population, Sub-Saharan Africa has more than 60% of the world's entire HIV-infected people living within her borders. Though the impact of these HIV victims is staggering, the real long-term impact on African society comes from the millions of orphan children left all alone as their parents die from this horrible disease. In 2001, there were 34 million orphan children in Sub-Saharan Africa, a third of them due to AIDS. Before the AIDS crisis, the world population of orphans had been declining, and now the reverse is true. In 2010, the number of orphans reached 42 million, and now, out of the 42 million, it is estimated that 20 million will be due to the impact of AIDS. AIDS and HIV infection is at epidemic proportions in Africa, and with so many mothers and fathers dying from this disease, thousands of orphaned children end up living with grandparents or other relatives who are too poor to provide the care and education they need. In 1998, Tabitha Okumu, a 50-year-old Kenyan woman, had a vision to reach out to the orphans in her village and started feeding those she could from her own funds. 10 years later, the other ladies from her village joined her, and in March 2009, the Huruma Women's Group was formed. They established a small orphan feeding program, giving food and water to those who were in desperate need. In February 2010, a group of women from Wellington, Somerset, were told about the work of Huruma Women's Group and felt they could help make a difference in the lives of these precious children. Funds were raised to provide food, education, and to help towards the cost of school uniforms. In July 2010, the project was under threat when Tabitha, now 63 years of age, suffered a stroke. But even with limited use of one leg, she was determined to keep serving the orphans. After giving away her pension, she was often unable to afford her own medication. A fundraising event at the King's Centre, Wellington in November 2010 raised funds to provide food for an ever-increasing group of hungry children. In December 2010, work started on a shelter to provide a safe place for the orphan and vulnerable children to be loved and cared for. The basic shelter was completed just in time for Christmas, and now is a base to meet physical needs of a growing number of children and a place to teach them about the love of God. What started small in the heart of one woman is now making a big impact on the lives of many. Together, we can bring hope and change the destiny of the next generation.